Like,
Good, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Yes, we are up early this morning. We have had an amazing week so far. I have here our life coach, Tashema Pettiford. Can you say hi to the ladies?
hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody watching. Hey,
This is her first time on the show. So
yes,
let's welcome her to Coffee and Conversations. Everybody get your coffee mugs up. Get your coffee mugs up. Good morning.
good morning.
Yes, we are about to have some conversation this morning. Yeah, everybody's like, here, I'm always excited, y'all. I'm always on 10. It's just my energy levels. I have real high vibrations no matter what
And,
time.
and when I
Hey,
get
Coach
rolling,
Marcy.
I get
Oh,
rolling.
what was that, Tashima?
I say I'm with you. When I get rolling, I get rolling.
Right? We had a great conversation last night with Coach Marcy. Man,
Yes.
she dropped some gems. I'm like, I'm ready to get back in corporate America now.
Say I'm gonna make it work.
She dropped some gems on us last night. We're going to have her back on the show.
That's good. You've had some really great ladies come through and speak and drop a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge nuggets all over the place. So I am so excited for this start for you, this platform for you. Like it is so awesome to see you in this light, I swear.
Thank you. And we're excited about you and your life coaching business and what you have going on. So, can you tell us more about yourself?
Okay, so I am 39 years old, recently married July of this year. I have four amazing kids, a dog and a cat. I work in corporate America 40 hours a week. I also have been doing life coaching with a focus in transitioning here and there, a couple of hours a week, extra time whenever I get it. So that's about it.
Yes. So, you just said that you just got married. So, congratulations to that.
Thank you, thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
Yes. And now you have a blended family, correct?
Yes, I do. I came in with two kids, and he came in with two. So I have a daughter that's 17. Her name is Micah, and my son Kyle, who I always call my brother's name. Coincidentally, Kyle is 13, and then my husband John, he has a daughter named Journey, who's 9, and his daughter Jordan, who's 7. But when asked, I always tell people I have 4 kids. There is no his kids, my kids, step kids, stepmom, stepdad. We are the great term that Jada Pickett put out to us, bonus. We are parents in addition to, siblings in addition to. So if you ever hear my daughter, she'll be like my bonus dad. I also co-parent on the side because both of my kids are from previous relationships. So I co-parent with my daughter and her bonus mom because her father passed. And my daughter still stays there. She sleeps there. That's mom. I'm mom. And we make it work. And even before her dad passed, we made it work. That's family, no matter what. That's my. If she watching, hey Tanya. And then with my ex husband, we co-parent as well. And so even with my son, I let him know that his dad is getting remarried. That's your bonus mom. That's not your stepmother. You respect and love and to care for her the same as me. So it is a work in progress, believe me, and it's a lot of hard work, but I couldn't be more happier.
That's awesome. And a lot of women have blended families and
Mhm.
you've made it work. So what are some of the keys to making the blended family work?
I would say listen to all sides. Sometimes we get so caught up in the I statement and mainly how I feel. But at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with you. It is all about the kids. That is a big hurdle. that a lot of us have to get over. A lot of Black families do not co-parent well together. There is no blended, there is no getting along with the new husband, the new wife. It's always so much animosity and tension. And what we don't realize is our children are watching us. How our kids deal with certain things as they grow up is dependent upon how they see us deal with things. So when they look at a situation like this and they know that it's difficult, they're going to look to us. How is my parents handling this? How do we have the disagreements within co-parenting? How do we handle communication and different things like that? It's been a long journey, believe me. I have been co-parenting with my daughter and her bonus mom and her dad since she was 3 years old, and now she's 17. And it took us a minute to get to a place where even me and I call her my baby mama, even we got to a point where we can talk and be comfortable with each other and just have conversations and do things together. For my daughter, it was important to me that we do that she see us working together for birthday parties, graduations, whatever it is. We have a family group chat, and it includes my husband, where all of us talk. And when it has big moments that's coming up for her, we discuss it together in the group chat, dates, time, places, so we can all be aware of what's going on. No one group don't not know. You know what I'm saying? On the other end, with my husband's, that side, it is kind of difficult for us to co-parent there. So what we have to do is keep an open line of communication. Remember, in those difficult moments, it's about them kids. That's it. I don't matter. He doesn't matter. They don't matter. It's literally about the kids. And I refuse to allow anyone to come in and do anything that may emotionally set them to a bad place. They've already dealt with a divorce. You know, they've already dealt with seeing their parents taken apart. They've already dealt with that part. And that is traumatic for your kids. So just imagine if they see us constantly at turmoil. That's even harder. And it is hard, auntie. It is
Yeah.
very hard.
But you know what? You just take it one day at a time, right?
Yes.
Just one day at a time. So, can you tell us more about how you became a life transitional coach? How did that come about?
It is a sad but funny story. Because some people be like, oh. So, um, throughout my life, I've always been a listening ear. I've always been a shoulder. I used to say people tell me their secrets for no reason. And I promise you, I mean, from high school, I knew things that other people didn't know about certain people. And not because I was nosy, but for a person just come and confide in me. So it's what I was always told is you have this great listening spirit, that people see in you.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I went to school to be a teacher, decided I didn't like other people's kids that much to want to see and teach them every day. And I stumbled, and I would literally say stumbled into banking and finance because I was a front desk clerk at an animal hospital, and my daughter was here, and I needed to make more money. And my auntie, emailed me a job fair. I had been trying to get into CTA for years, 17 years, man. And my aunt works for CTA, so she emails me a flyer, and it was a job fair for Bank of America. And I went to the job fair, and I wowed them with my personality, right? Got in, moved up, and met some really great people. But by the time I hit like my 7th year, I was so burnt out.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I don't like people like I thought I did, because it's so much that you're dealing with emotionally. At the same time, I was dealing with different things at home emotionally. So now I'm at a passage where I don't know what to do, you know. Um, I don't know where to go. I don't know how to move. I don't know what my next step is. And I ended up getting my position at the bank ended up being they got rid of the position and they placed me on severance. They wanted to give me a pay cut and a transfer. I worked around the corner from my house. I put in 7 years and they wanted to give me a $7,500 pay cut a year. And it was like, I can't live like that. I live within my means based off my salary now. And so I took the severance package and said, okay, I'm going to be a stay at home mom. I'm going to school for guidance counselor. I could be a guidance counselor. I could work with older kids. That's not bad. Went to look at how long I would have to be in school. And when I tell you it was depressing, because I didn't have the support needed at home. So I ended up in the finance department of this company just by chance. I went in as a data entry clerk. And the lady who ran the finance department, which was just one person, moved cross country to California. So she had to teach me her finance things in order for me to do different things within the company. So I picked up on that. And from that, again, boom, my position has been cut, is no longer available within the company. I am being placed on severance again. We won't deny your unemployment. And there was no option to move. There was no option to do anything. And it hurt because I had a really personal relationship with the president of this company. His door was 3 doors down from mine. So I felt really betrayed. And I remember our HR um, consultant saying to me when he stepped out the room to get the documents, she said, "Don't you cry. You hold your head up. You didn't do anything wrong." She said, "I could see the confusion in your face. You wondering, what did I do?" She said, "You didn't do anything wrong. You were blindsided," because I was blindsided this morning when I was told this. And she said, "You're going to be okay. Don't worry about it." And at the same time, I was separated from my ex-husband. I had taken in my little sister, and I still have my 2 kids. So I'll say this: the summer 2017 was just, I discovered me. I discovered who I was and what I wanted. And it was a long transition. It was a hard transition. As a parent, as a mother, I let go of a lot of things because I was so lost in that transition. It was a lot of crying, um, praying, not understanding. I was in a car accident. My car got totaled. So I don't have a job. My car gets totaled. And oh, by the way, my landlord tells me he's selling his condo that I'm renting from him. So now I'm homeless. And I wasn't really homeless. This is the thing about it. I still had my home. I still had a place to go. But because I went from a place of ownership to having to need other people, I had never knew how to need people. I've always been one that people called on. Everybody needed me. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, a friend, a sister, daughter. Everybody leans on my shoulders. So now I'm in a position where I have to lean on other people. And when I tell you it was hard, I am so grateful for my husband. I am so grateful for my best friends. I am so grateful for my family, my cousins, because I went through a lot of emotional moments. I cursed out everybody. I didn't like nobody. I was against everybody because I'm learning so many different things about myself and I'm changing. So I'm fighting with myself on no longer being what everybody wanted me to be and just being what I wanted to be. Right?
Wow.
Beautiful transition. Great. Cool. Get to the pandemic. I started this company in 2018 because for the first time ever, I had someone that loved me and support me, and I had a job, and it was stressful, and the drive was stressful. And I remember my husband telling me, "Quit." And I said, "Quit." And he was like, "Quit. We'll figure it out." We had just moved in together. We had just got into a committed relationship. And I'm like, no man has ever told me to quit a job. Um, I've never quit a job without a backup. Um, I don't know how this feels. And it took me back to, I never left a relationship without a backup. So I left my marriage without a backup. And I walked and I did it and I did it on my own. So even this was like, okay, my backup is my partner. He's going to take care of us. He's going to look out for us. You can breathe. Quit. And I was like, well, can you get me to the end of the week? And he was like, no. I was like, well, can you get me to the end of the day? He was like, no. He said, it's 12:15. You better be home by 2. That's all I got to say. I'm going to talk to you later because I'm at work. And I quit. And I'm like, okay, what's next? and I transitioned to this company. It's a great company to work for. Great company to work for. We had work from home days, doing emergencies. Um, they got all these great events, and I mean, really dope Christmas party, really dope summer party. We dressed up for Halloween. Girl, love this. We had potlucks, and I mean, really good potlucks. And the pandemic happens, and I'm like at home trying to figure out what to do. At the same time, my partner, my husband, he got hurt at work. And
Mm.
I had been the one taking care of the family. So we switched where he was able to be there for me when I left my job to now I'm there for him. So in his transition, he's like, you know what? I want to start my own business. Um, this is what I want to do. He's into shoe restoration and customization. And I'm like, the support system, right? Yes, do it. For souls for your soul. And I'm there. But I realized all his time was going to the business, and our kids are getting older and they don't need me, don't want to be under me. You know, even the girls want their space and they're little. So it's like, what's next for me? What do I have to do? And I would go in and I would nag him about time. And he's like, Shima, find something that you want to do. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. I like cooking. I love cooking, but I don't want people to pay me for it. You know, I'm really good at arts and crafts, but I don't want people to pay me for that either. Because you can't, don't put time on it. You know, I can't do that. What do I do? And he was like, well, meditate and pray and figure it out. And I spent nights in the middle of our bed meditating and crying because I could not figure out what to do. So one day he comes in, he's like, look, cut off the TV, cut off everything, just sit here and figure it out. You'll be okay. He was like, you got this. You can get it. And in the midst of me saying, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to do? Please help me. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what to do next. I get a call. It's my older brother. And he's like, hey, sis, real quick, I need your help. I need some advice. So I'm like, okay, what's up? We talk. I give him a little advice. We get off the phone. I go back. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to let anybody interrupt me this time. Right? So I get to praying again. What am I supposed to do? Guide me. How am I supposed to do anything to make money outside of this? Because I don't want to do this anymore. I love this company. I just got a promotion. But I really don't want to work in finance. I'm so over finance people. What is it? Where do I go? Phone rings. It's my god sister. And she's like, hey, I need to talk with you real quick. I just need to listen in ear. Okay, cool. Talk. We talk, get off the phone. I get back to it, right? So John comes in the room. He was like, what's with all the calls? So I'm annoyed. I'm like, well, you know, people call, they need some advice. And he was like, well, what were you doing? I was like, well, I was trying to pray and figure out what I'm supposed to do. And so now I'm crying because now he's frustrating me by asking me what's with all the calls. I can't get through what I need to do. And he grabs my arms and he's like, baby, that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, what? He was like, help people. He said, figure out that you're supposed to help people in a way. People call you for advice all the time. He's like, hell, my sisters call you. They don't even call me no more like that. You know, he was like, so take that, go in on that and figure out what to do. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be a psychologist. You know, I don't want to do therapy. And I love to talk to people. I love to motivate people. I love for people to hear my story. I'm a domestic abuse survivor. I grew up on the west side of Chicago, growing up and moved to the suburbs and transitioning through that. You know, I have a story, but I can also help people. I love listening to people. I love giving advice. I love being there. You know, if you call me and be like, hey, I need to come over. Okay, come on. You know, that's who I am. And it was like, life coach, you know, and what realm do I want to do it? And how can I do it? And what does that mean? And I started to research and read articles. And it took me like a month before I was like, okay, let's do this. And he was like, find a program, get in a program, get started. And literally, that's how that started. It's like, it's a long path.
Right. But that's important, right?
Yes.
Because our life changes when things happen to us. Like you just went over a story where you lost two jobs,
Mm-hmm.
you lost your home, you lost your car. your daughter's father passed. So that's a lot of grieving. That's
Yes.
a lot of grieving you
A
were
lot of
doing all
loss.
at one time. And I think as women, we get angry and we're upset, and it's okay, but we have to allow ourselves that time to grieve. The
Yes.
crying is okay. The praying is okay. The
Hmm.
meditating is okay. A lot is happening to us at one time. So
Yes.
it is okay to be frustrated,
Yes.
right? It's
Right.
okay to be like, I don't know what's next, right? Because
Hmm.
once you get in that space where you're silent and you're quiet with God, He will give you the revelation. Like you said, you were laying there in the bed. Your husband came in the room, like, what is going on? And you cried.
Upset because I can't figure it out.
You are crying to figure out what is next. And that
Yes.
is okay.
Yes.
And
It's
that is
okay
okay.
to not be okay. So
Mhm.
much of us, it's okay to not be the strength in the moment. It's okay to be weak and vulnerable. And we as women have a hard time. We've gotten to a point where we don't know how to not be okay. We don't know how to be weak and vulnerable. We don't know how to reach out our hand and say, I need help
I
outside of our
know.
friend circle. If you got your girlfriend, you gonna tell her everything. And you might even leave out a little bit when it comes to her. It is the vulnerability. It is in vulnerability where we get our greatest breakthrough, when we get our biggest answers, when we get our biggest blessings. And being okay with vulnerability is a big thing. It really is. And I had to even learn that. And I'm still learning. I remember a friend of mine telling me I had self-sabotaging ways. And she's like, your wall is preventing you from moving forward and having something so great for yourself because you're self-sabotaging. You don't trust me. I don't trust anybody. Everybody can't be trusted. I don't know about that. And I would say to people, I can only trust you as far as I can see without my glasses, and I'm blind. you know, Everybody is a blur when I take these off. And I had to learn that it's not about that. It's not about trusting people. It's about trusting the decision I made in choosing this person to give my secrets to give my everything to give anything. And that includes friendships and relationships. You know, it's not that you don't trust people. People gonna do what people do. You cannot design, drag, and write out a way a person should act towards you. But what you can do is pay attention and make sure that this person is trustworthy. And guess what? If they not, it's not on you. It
Mhm.
is not your fault. It's not your problem. It is theirs because they did not know what to do with a person like you.
Right.
It is not
I
your
love,
fault.
yeah. I love how you took all of your past pain, all of your trauma, and you turned it into a profitable business. Now
Yes.
you're out in the world and you're helping women who've been through divorce transition, right?
Yes.
And can you
Yes.
talk more about that?
So even I deal with people that deal with all transition. Even if you're looking to start a new business and you don't know where to start, um, weight loss. I think I want to leave my job. Whatever transition, because we get so stuck at where we're at because we're comfortable, right? And you're afraid to just step out of the line and step out of the bubble because you're not sure of what's next. You're not even sure how to get to what's next. You don't even know how to approach what's next. And a lot of us, we get stuck here and never expand. It's like not leaving the country, not traveling, not leaving your city. A woman once said about her kids leaving to go out of town, I never left here, so why do they need to? And it's like, yeah, it's that mindset that keeps you right here. I'm comfortable, I have a job. Why do I need to find something that makes me feel fulfilled? Why do I
Mhm.
need to find something that nobody should, everybody have a dreadful Monday, right? But nobody should wake up and be like, oh, I really hate going to this place. Or at they clock out or before they go to bed, like, oh, I gotta go to work in the morning. I want to wake up and be like, I can't wait for my first clients. Let me set the mood. Let me get things together. Let me go over my notes on what I know about these. I can't wait to wake up to that. And at 39, I realized that that's important. I don't want to live at least you got a good job and a pension life. Because then what's next? A house in Mississippi? No. There's so much more next. There's so much more you can do now. And there's so much more we can teach our kids. And so it's about undoing that roadblock mindset that we can't do, that you're not allowed to, and you can't feel this way. It's about removing all of that and walking in what's your next step. What does tomorrow bring? What does your future bring? Your past help brought you to this point, but let's move forward.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you,
Y'all
sir.
put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat
Oh,
because
girl, I'm telling
she's out
you.
here helping us move our life forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Get
So
over that hump.
what are some healing activities you had to do to move your life forward after divorce and breakups and losing jobs and
Ooh,
everything? Yes, that fire
yes.
in the chat.
um,
Early.
I want to say this. I started with I statements, right? So a
Mm,
lot of us could tell you what went wrong. That job didn't deserve me. This person is that, right? And
mhm,
when I realized that I also helped bring me to this point, where the breakdown was at because I wasn't fully being myself, it was like, okay, who am I? And I remember it was about 2016. My grandfather passed in 2014 and my grandmother passed in 2016. And I always felt like my grandmother died from a broken heart, right? Because after my grandfather passed, she got ill, she was sad, different things like that. And I don't want to love that would make me not want to go on without this person, right? But I started to dissect their relationship and realize where the strength lay. Because we used to say, like, if my grandmother passed, my grandfather wouldn't last long without him. My grandma too stubborn, she gonna last 100 years. No, that wasn't the case. And I realized, like, I need love. I need real love, and I need to know what that looked like for me. So I started therapy. And I went to therapy because I was angry, but I never knew what was the source of my anger. And my therapist said, you're not angry, you're sad, and you cover it up with anger. And that to me was the first step of learning what's the why beneath the why. And that's one of the things that I help with coaching. What's your why beneath the why? You can say, I want to come to you because I want to lose weight, right? And I'm gonna say, okay, so why do you want to lose weight? And you'll give me an answer, but why do you want to get that? You dig deep beneath. And I had to go to therapy, and from therapy, I just started doing health self healing practices, doing more self dates. I had to learn to be alone with me and get to know me in this stage that I am right now. So whenever I approach or be approached by anybody else, I can tell you what I like and don't like, and if it don't fit for you, you can go left. I'm okay with that because this is who I am. I'm going to change. I'm going to move around, but this is who I am. This is my authentic self. I don't wear a relaxer. I don't care about edge control. My hair might be frizzy. I might straighten it, self. And I may have weight on me. I'm going to lose weight. I may gain it back. My butt is big. This is me. Okay. I laugh loud. I snore. I learned to love me and accept all of me. I mean, when I said date nights, I had wine. I had made myself lasagna. I had a cigar, watch whatever I wanted to watch. I went out to dinner by myself. I went to the movies by myself. I went shopping by myself.
yeah.
Okay. I spent, even though I hung out with people, I spent time with me because I don't even have a job. So I don't have nothing but time with myself, to figure out who I am and to move. And then from there, I learned about meditation practices, you know, um, healing things, healing your heart. Then I started to want to heal relationships, heal friendships. I said a lot of things out of fear. I said some things to a friend who was going through a separation with her husband. And we were the only ones married. I wanted her to stay married with me. And I was really, really mean to her. And I had to go back and I had to apologize, for what I said because I realized that it hurt her. And she told me that it hurt her.
Yeah.
And just take accountability for the things that I said and I did. And when I tell you I'm not 100%, but I am still moving forward. This positive, upbeat, I am this person. Like people
Yeah.
that knew me from when I was younger. I was a fighter. I was a scrapper. My mouth is horrible. Like my brothers tell my husband all the time, "You need a parade," and he's like, "I don't know that person."
And
He's
I
like,
love the woman who you have become, right? Because it's
"Yep,
all about becoming the greatest and best version of yourself. None
yes,
of us is perfect, right? We're all living and we're all learning. And we have coaches like
yes."
Tashima that's going to get us through those transitions in life. So before we get off, because we going over time,
Okay.
before we get off, can you tell us how can they contact you and what services do you offer? And you can leave them with any kind of message after that.
Okay, so you guys can contact me on Facebook, Tashima Pettiford. That's Pettiford. That's my new last name, y'all. You can find me also on Instagram, Tashima Pettiford, or loving underscore light LYTE. Because I love living in the light. I'm moon baby, sun goddess, all that good stuff. And you can find me on those platforms, DM me, inbox me, and we'll set up an appointment. I do virtual meetings, so it doesn't matter if you're not in Chicago where I'm located. I also do, FaceTime, video chats, whatever, because I'm about the uplift and the empowerment of our people, of every people, to move forward where they are. And the message that I would have is there's a difference between being complacent and stuck. Find that place and move forward. Never get stuck where you are. There's always something greater and better. And life is an adventure. We got to find all those greaters and betters. It never stops. It's too many wonders. Go out and
Yes.
get them.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Tashima. Thank you so
Kiera.
much. That was such a beautiful story.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm so proud of you. And God
Thank
has
you.
so much in store for your life. So
Oh,
thank you.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the platform.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye, ladies.